The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find. The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style.
Hello and welcome to the Big H Podcast. Today I'm your host, Mike Hayes, and today is called Moments with Mike on February 14th, 2026. Hope you're having a great Valentine's Day. It is a special day for everyone, all your love people and people that you love in your life, whether it's a family member, a pet, whomever it is. Show your love and kindness on this special day. This will be just me today, and I won't be interviewing anybody. However, this is an appeal to other people out there that would like to be a guest on the podcast. Many times I reach out to people and I think they'd be a great guest, but so many people have so much humility in them that they think they'd have maybe a difficult time talking about themselves. And I totally understand that. However, if you or someone you know would like to be a guest on this podcast, please reach out to the email down in the comment box, mjheis02@yahoo.com, and I will make contact with you and we can set something up, and it's painless. I have had good experiences with other people that after the podcast was over, they said, you made me think about some things that I haven't thought about in a long time. And it's also a good way for people to put something in history for their family members to love and cherish for times to come. And I encourage you to go to the YouTube website, the Big H Podcast, and search up some of those guests and take a listen to them. What I've discovered is, I know it's a podcast and you have to watch and listen, and you're kind of like, well, this isn't the hustle and bustle of everyday life, but getting to know the perspective behind some of the context that you hear, getting to know some people in a more in-depth way, you kind of understand why they are the way they are, why they're successful, the challenges that they've overcome. One of the most meaningful ones I've ever had was with Jason Colleen, who's been experiencing cancer at a number of points in his life. And his message was just so clear. Don't worry about the future, because the future will take care of itself. And the man has faced many, many, many trials and tribulations and continues to do so. But he does it with zeal and zest, and he cherishes every day. So it's situations like that I encourage you to go and to listen to some of those podcasts. I've enjoyed delivering them, and every time I get off them, I talk to my wife and I said, boy, this, and this. It's just so meaningful for me because sometimes you don't get out in public and you get to really talk to somebody. And the thing that I've learned, and I have a hard time with this, is just closing your mouth and listening to others and internalizing what they're saying and asking questions on top of what they're answering and what they're saying. And you just learn a tremendous amount about people. And it helps with relationship building. And I believe that the better relationships we build, whether it's positive or negative, or I don't really get along with this person or that person, you kind of learn where they're coming from. And we all have commonalities that we can cherish. On Moments with Mike in the future, I want to bring up things in the community news, like, for example, governmental elections with the mayoral race and the trustee race. Anybody that wants to be a guest, please reach out to me. I'd love to have you. School board meetings, school board elections, Parma Hilton Historical Society news, getting that history on the podcast so we can bring it to people that can't make a meeting or can't make a function in the village or the community. You at least can see it on this podcast and other things. We have America 250 coming up on July 4th. I've already interviewed Dave Crum, the village and town historian. And coming up, I will be also interviewing Amanda Dudley, Margaret Wheelahan, Nancy Laporte, and others, so we can bring you a preview of what to expect on that momentous celebration of our 250th founding. I also want to bring out school news. There's highlights in clubs, sports. We just had a female athlete win the first ever sectional championship for wrestling. Christian Velez and the Testa brothers won sectional titles in wrestling. Our cheer team once again came home with the Division I cheer championship. There's lots to celebrate. Our music department is off and running and doing a great job, as well as our drama department. So you can find out that news on this podcast channel, and I hope to interview other people that are participants or leaders of those clubs. Which leads me to the last message of this podcast. It's called Mike's Message. And if you ever talk to any of my close friends, confidants, my brothers, my wife, they know that sometimes, Mike, you don't always practice what you preach. So when I bring this message, do as I say, not as I do. And I try to internalize my own message. This message comes from Pastor Zoller, and I think he's on our Facebook page. And Pastor Zoller confirmed my whole family in the Lutheran faith and married my wife and I. And we used to have confirmation once a week. We would go to St. Paul Lutheran School and we would research the Luther's Small Catechism, which was his hardcover book. And back in those days, it was, you memorized what you were going to do. The first assignment was memorizing the books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy. That's about all I remember at this point. But Pastor Zoller, he would teach us that the Old Testament was SOS, shows our sins, and then the New Testament was SOS as well, and that says shows our Savior. But one of his other lessons that he taught, and this goes for Valentine's Day, was the types of love that there are out there. And if you Google it, you're going to find 7. I want to highlight the 5 that I was taught by Pastor. One of them was philia. And if you think of Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love, that's what philia love is, the love of brotherhood and sisterhood. I've got brothers. I've got friends that we call each other brothers. And that's kind of like that kinship that you have amongst each other. And even women that I talk to and trust, that's that brotherly, sisterly love. Another type is eros, and that covers romantic love. Storge, Storge, and I think I'm saying that right. That's familial love. And that, I think, is very important on this day and every day. Cherish and love the ones that are close to you, because that's the type of love that you can control, and it's unconditional. So show that love to your spouse, your partner, your pets, your children, your parents, your grandparents, aunts, uncles. That's Sorge. The next love is another one that's warranted to say, and it's Ludos, Ludos, and I think I'm saying that right. And that's love of humor. We all need a sense of humor. We all need to laugh at ourselves. We need to laugh with each other because it helps us get through the day. And the last one I want to bring up is AGAPE, agape. And that is unconditional or universal love, or love of mankind. We need that nowadays. Too much in society, we're at each other's throats. And again, as I started this Mike's message, we need to find commonalities. And we all want each other to thrive, survive, and be part of this society where we can deal with each other. We can inspire each other. And that's agape, unconditional, universal, altruistic love. Which leads me to the end when I was thinking about this message, and it comes from Forrest Gump. Many of you know the movie, and it's my top 5. And Forrest once said in that movie, "I am not a smart man, but I know what love is." Ladies and gentlemen, that says it all. It doesn't matter where you are on the intelligence level. It doesn't matter where you grew up. You know love when you see it. And if we can pass it on this day and every other day afterwards, we're going to make this a better place. And I don't mean to be hokey and use a lyric from a song for you and me. So at the end of this, I'm a 3rd grade teacher, and each day I end the day by giving trivia to my students. And we give out fake $100 bills, and if they gather up $500, they get to trade it in for a treat. If they get 1,000, they don't have to do homework for a night. And I have 10 questions for you. Some of you are going to be like, well, this is pretty simple, but some of them are harder. I've got 10 questions. I'll give you a brief moment to think about the question. What shape is the most popular on Valentine's Day? The heart. Number 2, what flower is most commonly associated with Valentine's Day? Roses. What color rose is the most popular? Red. What does Cupid use to make people fall in love? A bow and arrow. Number 5, what holiday comes exactly 1 month after Valentine's Day? St. Patrick's Day. What color symbolizes friendship on Valentine's Day? The color yellow. What profession receives the most Valentine's Day cards? Teaching. What color is often used the most to show love and passion? Red. Question 9. How many millions of cards are exchanged on Valentine's Day? 190 million is the estimate. And the last question, number 10, what does the X and O symbolize on cards? Hugs and kisses. I hope you give lots of hugs and kisses to those that you cherish in your life. It's a great day for that. But don't just use Valentine's Day to show that. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss an episode. Happy Valentine's Day. Happy birthday, Mallory. We've got a Valentine's Day birthday in our family. Happy Valentine's Day to my wife, Carla, and my son, Michael. And go Bonnies.
The Big H Podcast, tune in now. Conversations that'll wow. Laugh and learn, stay a while. Let's explore that Hilton style. From the highs to the lows, every story just explodes. Mike's got questions on the go, diving deep from head to toe. Every week the guests align, sharing moments so divine. Stay with us, the pace is fine. Every episode you'll find